Hey guys, it's Chloe and welcome to the Closey Corner. I'm so happy you're here. I'm probably gonna delete all that because I just talk too much. But so I'm really excited to see. Sorry. Let's just unplug it right now. What's up, YouTube? Bat Eater and other names for Cora Zhang. I was just completely wrong. Guys, I'm really struggling today. I can't. Moral of the story, I like the book. So for today's video, I thought it'd be fun to complete 3 books from the Goodreads Spring Challenge. You can't really see it, but I have 6 of the bookmarks already, 6 of the 12. And 3 of the books I still need to read, and the other 3 are mystery. So we'll do another video once all 3 of the next ones drop. I think the last one drops in June, so it'll probably be like next month I do that one. But I already picked out 3 books, so I thought I would go through them and tell you guys what we're going to be reading this week. I have all of these books are on my physical TBR because I'm really working on getting through them, but some of my books are at home because I'm still at school. So I have 1 book I'm going to read on my Kindle, 1 physical one, and then 1 that I'm going to do as an audiobook. So we're going to go through them. The first category is Editor's Pick. So this is like the Goodreads editor's top genre picks of the past 5 years. And I'm doing the book Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. My mom actually got this for free at her job and she gave it to me. I've never heard of it, but I've heard of Sally Rooney, obviously. It says, an exquisitely moving story about grief, love, and family, but especially love, from the global phenomenon Sally Rooney. Aside from the fact that they are brothers, Peter and Ivan Kobeck seem to have little in common. Peter is a Dublin lawyer in his 30s, successful, competent, and apparently unassailable. But in the wake of their father's death, he's medicating himself to sleep and struggling to manage his relationships with 2 very different women. His endearing first love, Sylvia, and Naomi, a college student from whom life is one long joke. Ivan is a 22-year-old competitive chess player. He has always seen himself as socially awkward, a loner, the antithesis of his glib elder brother. Now, in the early weeks of his bereavement, Ivan meets Margaret, an older woman emerging from her own turbulent past, and their lives become rapidly and intensely intertwined. For 2 grieving brothers and the people they love, this is a new interlude, a period of desire, despair, and possibility, a chance to find out how much one life might hold inside itself without breaking. So it sounds really interesting to me, so I'm really excited to read that. Again, I got this one on Libby, so I'm just going to read it on my Kindle. So I'm probably going to read this one, like, especially at night and stuff when I don't feel like holding a book. So yeah, that's going to be the first, well, I don't know which one I'm reading first, but that's going to be one of the books of the week. Next, I'm going to be talking about my physical book that I'm reading. This is for the Time for Some Shelf Reflection with 144 recent books about books. And for this one, oh, JK, this is not the physical one. This is the audiobook. This one, I'm going to be reading The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. I got this a while ago, like I think over Christmas or something. But I'll read the description. It says, imagine the letters one is sent out into the world. The letters received back in turn are like pieces of a magnificent puzzle. Isn't there something wonderful in that, to think that a story of one's life is preserved in some way, that this very letter may one day mean something, even if it is a very small thing to someone? Filled with knowledge that only comes from a life fully lived, The Correspondent is a gem of a novel about the power of finding solace in literature and connection with people we might never meet in person. It is about the hubris of youth and the wisdom of old age, and the mistakes and acts of kindness that occur during a lifetime. Sybil Van Antwerp has throughout her life used letters to make sense of the world and her place in it. Most mornings around 10:30, Sybil sits down to write letters to her brother, to her best friend, to the president of the university who will not allow her to audit a class she desperately wants to take, to Joan Didion and Larry McMurtry, to tell them what she thinks of their latest books, and to one person to whom she writes often yet never sends the letter. Sybil expects her role to go on as it always has. A mother, grandmother, wife, divorcee, distinguished lawyer, she has lived a very full life. But when letters from someone in her past force her to examine one of the most painful periods of her life, she realizes that the letter she has been writing over the years needs to be read, and that she cannot move forward until she finds in her heart to offer forgiveness. Sybil Van Antwerp's life of letters might be a very small thing, but she also might be one of the most memorable characters you'll ever read. I'm so excited to read this. A lot of my favorite YouTubers have read it, and they've all raved about it. And I love books that are letters. I think they're so interesting. In the last video, I read the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon, and I really enjoyed that. And I feel like that's the vibe that this one's kind of giving, and I'm going to be listening to it, so I feel like that'll be even better. So I'm so excited to read that. Then the last category is the new fiction and nonfiction to read this AAPI, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. So for that one, now this is my physical book. I'm going to be reading Calabasas by R.F. Kuang. I've also had this for a while. I just have not been in the mood to pick it up until now, for real. I read the description and I was like, wait, this actually sounds interesting. I really want to read this. I might start this one today if I can, or I might start Intermezzo. I don't know which one, but I'll talk about that later. So let me read the description. Alice Law has only ever had one goal: to become one of the brightest minds in the field of magic. She has sacrificed everything to make that a reality: her pride, her health, her love life, and most definitely her sanity. All to work with Professor Jacob Grimes at Cambridge, the greatest magician in the world. That is, until he dies in a magical accident that could possibly be her fault. Grimes is now in hell, and she's going in after him, because his recommendation is the key to her future, and he could hold her dreams in his now incorporeal hands. Unfortunately, her rival, Peter Murdoch, has come to the very same conclusion. With nothing but the records of Orpheus and Dante to guide them, bundles of chalk to draw the pentagrams necessary for their spells, and the burning desire to make all the academic trauma mean anything, they set off across hell to save a man they don't even like. But hell is not like the storybooks say. Magic isn't always the answer, and there's something in Alice and Peter's past that could forge them into the perfect allies or lead to their doom. I'm so excited to read this. I read Babel by R.F. Kuang, and I gave it 5 stars. So this will be my second book. I need to read The Poppy War, but I'll get to that eventually. I'm probably going to delete all that because I just talk too much. But I'll talk to you guys later with an update on which book I decide to start and my opinions once I start them. So I wanted to give a little reading update while I get ready for work because I started Calabasas yesterday. I didn't read that much yesterday, but I read some this morning, and I'm now on page 65, and I'm really enjoying the book so far. Surprisingly, I know I'm only 65 pages in, but I will say it's more attention grabbing than Babel. Babel I gave 5 stars. I really enjoyed that book, but I feel like this one I'm kind of liking more just because it's easier for me to understand. I'm understanding it quicker than I did Babel. I feel like Babel, since it was really scientific and a lot of scientific terms, I was kind of struggling to understand it as well. But now with this one, I feel like it's a lot easier to understand, maybe because one's more about math and that kind of stuff. Is it math? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was math. Or was it language? No, I think language was the secret history. So I read them a while ago, and I forget books after a day. But I feel like since this is magic, it's easier to, right now I'm understanding it easier, and it's not about the learning, I guess you can say. I feel like the other ones were more about the learning and everything, but I feel like this one is more of an adventure, so it's just easier to follow because it's not oh, they're trying to write this paper and get this grade in the class. It's no, they're trying to find somebody. So it makes it more adventure style rather than learning style, which makes it easier for me to understand. And then again, it's magic and not scientific terms. So it's still so it's more futuristic, I guess you can say. I guess that's a term I would use. And I'm really liking the characters. I'm interested to learn more about them. So I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I'm a little curious on how it's going to go because it is super long. Well, it's not that long, but on Libby it says, oh yeah, it's 500 something pages. So I'm a little curious to see how it's going to keep on progressing, since I feel like there's so much action already in the first 60 pages. Like the story, like usually like those beginning pages are really just you know, like intro, getting to know the characters and all this and that. And I do feel like we're getting to know the characters, but it also is already so much of the adventure. Like they're literally basically already in hell and stuff like that within the first 4 chapters that I didn't even read chapter 5. So I'm really interested to see how it keeps on going. I'm a little concerned that like the middle would get boring. I think that's my concern when books start up really quick. I feel like it starts up and then goes down. Like it goes up and then down and then it'll go up towards the end. So I'm hoping that the middle is good. That's my concern with it starting so fast. But we'll see. We're going to keep on reading, obviously. So I'll let you guys know once I get to probably like the 200 mark. Yeah. Probably once I get to the 200 mark, I'll update you guys on the book to see how I'm feeling. But I think I'm going to start intermezzo because I'm really enjoying the books that I picked. So, well, mind you, I only started one, but like I'm really excited to read all 3, if that makes any sense. Like I'm really like, ooh, like yay, which is so good because in my last video I talked about being in a reading slump in like April. So I'm super happy that I'm excited to read because it's the best feeling in the world. It's been a couple days since I recorded because I didn't read yesterday, which was Sunday. Then did I update you guys Saturday? I don't remember. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. So sorry about that. But the only book I started Intermezzo a tiny bit. Not even really though. I kind of need to restart it because I just don't know what's going on. So we're just going to say I haven't started it yet. But I have been reading Calabasas. I haven't gotten that far because I really only like read a lot today. But I'm now on page like 145, chapter 10. So it's been like 5 chapters since I last updated you guys. And I'm still really enjoying this. Like I'm actually like wanting to pick it up. I took off the sleeve, it's over there. But I've like actually really been enjoying it, and like the mystery aspects of it, like I'm really enjoying it, surprisingly. And it's like I listened to like a playlist while like a little instrumental one I found off of Spotify that's like reading Calabasas. So like listening to the music while like reading it has been like honestly peak. It's been so good. I'm loving Peter and Alice so far. Their dynamic is so cute, and I can't wait to learn more about their history because like in the beginning you're kind of finding out that like they're semi-talked before, like something happened before. They have a past, but we don't know what the past is. So I'm so excited to keep on learning about it. And then also them like going through the different like zones, I guess you can say, of hell have been like really interesting. I love how it's like each kind of step and searching for the professor, and also like learning about the professor and like realizing like he's not a good person. Like I feel like it's kind of like this is my prediction for the end. Don't know if it's right, obviously, but I feel like they're going to be doing all this and like trying to find him and all that, and they realize like it's not even worth it. That's my guess, because like in the summary they literally say like he's not a good guy, and like it's like even though they don't like him, they're still going on this adventure because they think they need him for their careers. So I'm excited to see if it's like a realization where it's like we don't need this man, and how that's going to come about, because obviously this whole mission is literally for him. And even like realizing like if they want to continue doing like magic and everything, because like that's their whole lives right now. And I know like it was hinting a little bit with Alice where it was like you know, like I don't really know my why like fully, so I'm really excited to see. Sorry, let's just unplug it right now. So it's really interesting with Alice like seeing, and like I want to learn more about Peter. I feel like we get hints about Peter, but like we don't know because it's more of in Alice's perspective rather than Peter's. I feel like the story's more about her rather than him. So I'm excited to learn more about him and like his past, because obviously he has things going on with Grimes, Professor Grimes. So I'm really excited to see what his deal with him is, because I'm like really confused. Good morning, y'all. I thought I would chit chat about my reading last night before I head to class because I have to leave soon. Let me clean my glasses. So I I started Intermezzo, and I could even get a chapter in. I might try to start again maybe today to see if I like just needed to be more energized to read it. But like the writing style, like I know Sally Rooney has a very distinct writing style, but it kind of just wasn't really working for me. Like I was so confused the whole time, and I like made my font bigger because I was like, hey, maybe that'll help. Still confused. I was so confused. So this morning, also goldfish is my breakfast. Cute. So this morning I was looking at possible other options I can read because I just wasn't like vibing with it. And I feel like also I'm reading, like I already have a fiction book I'm reading this week, so I just feel like it'll be good to kind of switch it up. So I'm going to download Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang. This is on Kindle Unlimited, I'm pretty sure. Let me add it on my phone so it just goes to my Kindle. And it's a horror book, which I never really read. So I feel like this could be interesting to start because I never really read scary books, like at all. I don't think I've really read any. The most I would do is like a mystery that is a little creepy, but okay, it's not loading on there. Let me just do it on my Kindle. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how I like it, and it's a new genre, which I feel like is always fun to try. And like it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm paying for it, and I have been wanting to read more Kindle Unlimited books because I just feel like I haven't been reading a lot of like Kindle Unlimited, but I've been paying for it. I am going to read Intermezzo eventually, but I just don't think I want to read it this week because first of all, I feel like it's more heavy and it's like warm outside. My week already started off a little rough, which was yesterday. So I just kind of want something different, and yeah. What's up, YouTube? I actually wasn't gonna record or today or like give any reading updates, but then I realized I probably should because yeah, I was working on my diamond painting. This is how far we've gotten. I just did this little square right here, not too much because I want to read. I probably could have done another section, but didn't feel like it. But while I was diamond painting, I started The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. I'm actually enjoying it so far. It was a little slow like getting into. I'm glad I'm listening to it and not reading it. I feel like listening to it helps, but the only thing that with listening to it is that it's kind of confusing, like who's talking, I guess you could say, like who the letter's from. But I feel like since it is letters, it's such a fast-paced sort of book. And I'm kind of just intrigued to see what else is going to happen. I feel like right now, not much is like happening, you know, especially with like her health and everything. Like I thought we were going to like learn more about her health declining, but I feel like we only kind of like talked about it for a little bit. So I'm kind of just excited to see where it goes, but I'm not diamond painting anymore for the night because I want to read one of my books. I started Bat Eater, whatever it's called, Bat Eater with Carla. I forgot what it's called, y'all. Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang. I was just completely wrong. But I haven't gotten that far. Like I literally read like a chapter, then I went to bed. But tonight I think I really want to focus on Calabasas. I want to read a lot because it's Wednesday and I haven't finished any book. I've just started all of them. So I really want to get far in at least one of the books so that I'm like close to being done. Hey guys, good morning. I still look in the state. I haven't gotten ready or nothing at all, but I've been reading, so I thought I would give some reading updates before I forget. I'm like really far into Calabasas now. It says on like Libby that, nope, it says on Fable that I'm like 66% through. I'm on page 372 out of like 500 something. So, sorry the lighting's so bad. I am facing the other way of the window. But, I'm really, really loving this book, learning about the characters and everything, and their story has been so fun. And I just feel like it's like, even like the slower moments are still really interesting. And I love when they like go back in time to explain something that you didn't know. it's always just so fun. So I'm so excited to keep on reading this and finishing it. I'll give you an update once I finish. Right now, it's looking like a high 4, maybe even a 5, depending on how it ends. Like, I'm really loving this book, and I know, like, it's always on my mind. And when books are, like, always on my mind, that's always so good. So I'm really enjoying Calabasas so far. Then I've also gotten pretty far in, what is it called? Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Young. Cora, is that? I forgot her last name. I'm so sorry. I'm really enjoying that one as well. It's kind of creepy. I was reading it the other night. I think it was last night. No, it was the night before. And, like, I had to put it down because I was like, I'm going to get nightmares because it's so creepy. But maybe that's just me because I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to, like, scary stuff. But I'm really enjoying that one. Like, you know, I'm excited to see where it goes, especially because it's just, like, I don't really know how they're supposed to fix this and solve this because it's kind of, like, 2 different mysteries going on because we have, like, her sister and, like, trying to deal with her sister's, like, ghost and everything. But then we also have these murders going on. So I don't know if they're somehow connected or if it's, like, you know, 2 separate sort of vibes. I'm not really sure yet. So I'm really excited to keep on reading that. I'll probably read that later. I think I'm going to take it to work. I really want to finish everything by tomorrow. That's the goal. But the only thing I'm not sure I'll be able to finish by tomorrow is The Correspondent. So that's the last book I'm about to talk about. That one, I don't know if it's just because I'm reading it along with these 2, which are really, like, high, like, you know, a lot of stuff is going on. I don't know. I don't remember the word for it. My brain's not in it right now. But The Correspondent's just a little bit more boring to me. I feel like maybe if I physically read it, I'd be liking it more. But then again, I'm not even sure. I think just all the different, like, characters and stuff kind of confuse me. Not confuse me, but it's just, like, who's talking right now? Like, I feel like since there's so many people, I can't really connect to anybody, if that makes any sense. So it's not, like, I'm just not connected to any of the characters, like, literally none of them. Even Sybil. Like, I like Sybil, but I just don't care about any of the characters. So I feel like it's not hitting as hard as I expected because I really thought I was going to, like, eat this book up, honestly. And again, I also feel like it depends on the timing since I am reading it along with these other 2 really high and, like, interesting books. Maybe it just feels, like, a little dull. Like, feels a little flat to me. But that's okay. I'm still going to try to finish it. While I've been cleaning this morning, I finished The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. I was just listening. I listened to all of it on audio because my physical book is at home. And I gave the book 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite. It was just kind of slow. And I just don't feel like I really connected with the characters at all. Like, I think just because there were so many different correspondence, it was hard for me to fully not, like, understand. Like, I knew who she was talking to for the most part. There were times when I was confused, like, especially when I would stop listening and then jump back in. But, like, there's just so many that I was just like, okay, like, I don't know. I just didn't really care, which sounds so sad, but, like, I just kind of didn't care. I did like the ending rather than the whole, like, the rest of the book. So the ending was good. I did like the ending and how, you know, the book ended and everything. But, like, I just really don't have much to say about it. I feel like I was just trying to get through it. I definitely thought it was going to be, like, a top rated book for me. I was so excited for it. But it just didn't really meet my expectations, I guess, especially compared to the 2 other books I'm reading. Like Calabasas and Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora. I never know her last name, I'm so sorry. So, like, maybe, I don't know. It just wasn't, like, even, like, sometimes, like, I considered, like, maybe I'll just pick it up physically and not finish reading it, but I was like, I just kind of want to get it done. So, yeah, maybe it's a better physical. I heard it was better audio, so I really was like, oh, this is good, like, reading it audio, but it wasn't really eating for me, personally. Long time, no talk. Well, not really. It's been a day. Not even a day. I talked to you yesterday. But I want to give some reading updates. So, well, I'm actually going to end the video. I finished Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang yesterday, and I did not know, but it did complete 2 of the bookmarks. I did not know that. I thought it was all, like, I thought there were going to be 3 books, but it did finish 2 of the bookmarks. So I did finish the bookmarks, which was my goal for this video. So, you know, I thought I would just have to read 3 books to do it, but I only had to read 2 to do it. But they are done. Now I have 9 out of the 12. The last 3 are still mysteries, so we'll find those out soon. Yeah, tomorrow, because today's the 11th. Yeah. So I'll find out the next 3. So maybe I'll do another video to complete the last 3. But I didn't finish Calabasas last night just because I finished the other book. So Calabasas is not finished, but you will see my review because I'm going to do a May and June reading wrap up. Also, the March and April one's coming soon. I'm just waiting till I go home where I can have all my books. My review for Bat Eaters and Other Names for Corzang, I gave it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed the book. It was really creepy, to me at least. Like, I get scared easily, so I feel like it was really creepy at moments, but that's the whole point, so that's good. But I do feel like the story was really good, and there was like a plot twist at the end that was like really good as well, that, like, I wasn't expecting, so that's great. I don't know why I'm really struggling to find words right now, but I really liked Cora and like seeing her develop and learn and grow and everything, especially because, you know, she has her own like issues and everything. So it was really nice seeing her character development and, you know, just her becoming her own person and not her sister. So that was great. I love the side characters, Harvey and Yiffy. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but like learning about them. We didn't really learn much about Harvey, but like we learned about Yiffy, and that was like really fun to learn about them. And I loved the 2 different mystery aspects between, like, first of all, trying to send her sister back to, or like sending her sister somewhere so the sister's ghost isn't haunting her, and also the mystery of like who's the serial killer and everything. I do feel like it wrapped up really quick, which I didn't dislike, but I just feel like it was all just like, wait, what? Like, it just like it made sense, but it just wrapped up really quick compared to the rest of the book. So I just felt like maybe it could have been dragged out a little bit more, but like not too much, but just a little bit. Just, guys, I'm really struggling today. I can't. Moral of the story, I like the book. I'm like a mix of tired right now, but then I'm also like stressed. Like, I think I just have like so much on my mind that it's weighing me down, like physically. Like, my eyes feel heavy. But it's whatever. But yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I'm glad that I finished all the bookmarks that I wanted to, so we're doing great so far. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys, or I'll see you guys for another video. Bye.